Hello to those listening. This is an orator here with the freest of speech. And this time, I would like to talk about why Donald Trump is the SJW feminist candidate of their wet dreams. Now, a while back, I made a video saying why Donald Trump is winning. And for those same reasons I stated in there, I still believe that's why he won the Republican nomination. But the thing is, I'm going to really focus in on why Donald Trump, for the social justice community and feminists alike, they couldn't have picked a better candidate for themselves. And to begin, I need to go to the dictionary and I'm going to look up the word coerce. And the word coerce is defined in the Merriam-Webster dictionary is to make someone do something by using force or threats. To get something by using force or threats. Now you may be saying, there's nobody's threatening to do anything or forcing people or threatening people to do things. People always say the same thing where if this person's win, I'm going to leave the country, or if this person win, I'm going to do something. One of the most famous expressions of this was Ted Nugent saying that, hey, if Obama wins again, I'm, you know, I'm going to be I'm going to be dead or in jail. Everybody know that's just hyperbolic garbage. He had no intention on doing anything, just like a lot of other people who say that crap. But in this sense of coercion, let me switch over to um, being here. Well, you do it with Google. I just searched Donald Trump is a lying racist. And as you can see, just looking at this list, there are plenty of examples of what I'm saying. For example, you have at the top, Donald Trump is a bigot and a racist, written by the Washington Post. Go down a little bit. Donald Trump, Trump's butler hates Negroes. The Daily Beast. Why Donald Trump's racist remarks matter in MSNBC. Is Donald Trump a racist? Quotes.com. Donald Trump treats racist lying. Graphic. JoeMyGod.com. Oh, wait, one more. Here are 10 examples of Donald Trump being a racist. The Huffington Post. Dun dun dun. Now, let's go to, now here's another search you can do on Bing or Google. Donald Trump is a sexist. News about Donald Trump's is Donald Trump is sexist. Bing.com. Let's go down a little bit. Read some more titles. Donald Trump continues clambering New York Times as he says the Daily Beast, blah 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 blah, which is the Daily Mail. Donald Trump have an issue with them because keep calling him a sexist, right? So Fox News Money hit Donald Trump for sexist verbal assault. Again, he said something. Another verbal assault. Is Donald Trump sexist? CNN.com. Here are 10 examples of Donald Trump. Well, that's being a racist. And sexist. Huffington Post again. That's pretty much both of them there. But, oh, at Salon. Donald Trump's female problem. Donald Trump attacks Salon. Um, you kind of get the point here with the examples I'm giving. And this goes back to, give it a second to reload, the word for what's happening here coerce. And this is why Donald Trump is the candidate that these feminist and social justice warriors see in their wet dreams. Because as long as you can take things that Donald Trump says and label them as racist and sexist, you can coerce people. You don't have to use violence against people to get them. This comes right under the concept of threats. And you may be saying, well, most people see threats, they think threat of violence. I'm going to hurt you. But no, you can threaten people in much easier ways. Hey, if you vote for Donald Trump, you're a sexist and you're a racist and you hate these people for no other reason. That's powerful nowadays. It is so powerful, especially in the U.S., being called a racist, that even though the president of the United States is black, you still have people walking around who profit from the division and the races, talking about America is still just as racist as it was back during the times of slavery. Same principle with sexism. There are plenty of people who lose their jobs. Why? Because somebody says they're sexist and therefore they have to lose their jobs. Why? Makes no difference how good the job they're doing. Makes no difference they had control of a situation while the job existed. It's the fact that you were hit with this label. You can't get around it. That's power. That's the power of the threat. And because Donald Trump is leading the Republican Party, now everybody want to sit there and say that everybody who puts the Republican label on, who comes under the special interest group Republican, is now sexist and racist. But same principle applies in reverse, because now you come under the Democratic version. Okay, all right, I stop for a second. That's my phone. I'm not answering it right now because I'm not doing this twice. But anyway, you come under the Democratic special interest group. You're not a sexist. You're not a racist, and you love people and whatever. And that's pretty much the way I'm gonna conclude this. People are being coerced because they don't want to be called and labeled things that they're not. You can disagree with things like the Violence Against Women Act. I personally agree with the Violence Against Women Act. Not because I hate women, but because I believe the law should be balanced and fair. Your gender should not be a reflection on how the law looks at you or how the law treats you. But you see, as a feminist or social justice warrior, I hate women. You can sit there. I'm a person who also believes that there should be no government funded women only things or men only things. But if you ask a social justice warrior or feminist, I'm a racist and a sexist. And believe you me, I catch a hell of a lot of heat when I sit there and say that affirmative action is the worst thing since sliced bread. Well, actually, sliced bread is pretty fucking awesome. I say the worst thing since, I don't know, toxic waste. Because it's policy that doesn't benefit everybody. It only benefits a small minority of people. And the thing is, legislation that way should go away. If you're going to use racism to counter racism at some flipping point, they both have to go away, but they never do. So I catch heat from that because, hey, people like this version, this type of racism. People like the Violence Against Women Act because they like that sexism because it benefits them. And that's all I have to say about that. This was an orator here with the freest of speech. Thanks for listening.